Are you looking for a nursing home for a loved one, but you don't know where to turn? You better be careful in choosing a home. As we've seen before, it could be a life and death decision.
Our lead investigator, Jody Barr, put together an investigative series to show you how to research these facilities. And Jody, I know you've done a lot of research, so what do people need to know up front before they use one of these?
Well, first off, do your research. It sounds simple, but if you've never done this before, the process of finding nursing home inspection reports is a little tough. You're about to hear from a man who says he's blaming himself as SLED agents investigate his mother's nursing home assault case. We want to warn you, the photos you're about to see are graphic.
If I went by my feelings, I would have already committed murder, but you can't do that. You know, we have to depend on the legal system and hope and trust that they're going to do what's right.
David Christmas lost his mother 6 months ago. He spent years caring for her at his home before making a decision he says he regrets now. How difficult was it to make that decision and say, you know, I've got to put her in here, I've got to have some help?
Sir, I would have literally almost rather taken a gun and committed suicide. That's the hardest thing I have ever faced in my life.
Christmas faced another challenge, finding a clean, safe nursing home. He says he spent time trying to figure out how to get hold of records, but did not have the time or resources to get it done. How do you really know what you're getting?
You don't. You don't. You have to go on their word because I couldn't find out any other way to do it without a lot of expense and time. And
Christmas settled on King Street Nursing Facility.
And my mother was placed May the 7th of 2012, and on October the 17th of 2012, she was dead. There are 2 bruises here.
His 90-year-old mother lay in a hospital bed. Christmas says his mom had a broken hip. And these pictures show bruises from head to toe. King Street Police opened an assault investigation and went back to the nursing home to find out what happened. Christmas got out a camera and documented the injuries.
Something happened. I do not know what, but I do know something happened. When the viewers view these pictures, if you will, they will see and make a decision for themselves as to whether they think this came from a fall or an assault.
Christmas says his mother told him she was attacked, but all she could tell him was it was by 2 women. Hey, how are you? Hey, I'm Jody Barr. I work with Channel 10 out of Columbia.
I'm Candy.
Candy. We went to the nursing home to find out what's happening with the investigation and spoke with Administrator Candy Slavinsky about the investigation. Is there anything you all can give us as far as this case goes, whether you've investigated it or?
I can tell you that we have cooperated with the local authorities and we have completed our in-house investigation.
Can you tell us the results of your findings?
I cannot.
The last federal inspection at the facility was more than a year ago. The feds rated King Street Nursing above average, but inspection records show they got written up for failing to report a patient head injury to the feds and for failing to implement neglect abuse policies at the center. Christmas says SLED agents told him last week they're about to close his mother's case and hand it over to the solicitor's office. That doesn't guarantee anyone will face charges in this case.
If there's any way possible to find out who did it, I want them to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I miss her, but there's nothing I can do to bring my mother back. But I hope that I can say something in this that will help somebody else.
Well, that's something. Learning how to check a nursing home's inspection history coming up at 6. We'll exactly how to do just that.
And from what I understand, it's just figuring out how to navigate federal and state inspections.
Yes, on the federal side, there is a comprehensive database you can use, and we'll show you how to do that at 6.
Much more good information at 6. Thanks,
Appreciate
Jody,
it.
as always.